1913. Her mother, Leonie Edwards Macaulay, was a school teacher. Rosa's father, James Macaulay, was a carpenter and a house builder. Rosa was the great granddaughter. Rosa was the great granddaughter of slaves. Soon after Rosa was born, her family moved to Pine Level, Alabama. They lived on Rosa's grandparents' small farm, where there were cows, chickens, fruit, and nut trees. In 1915, when Rosa was 2 years old, her brother Sylvester was born. Soon after that, their father left. He moved around to find work. While Rosa was growing up, she hardly saw him. As Rosa grew older, she worked on her grandparents' farm and in the nearby cotton fields. In the spring, she cleared weeds away. In the fall, she picked cotton. What did she do in the fall?
She picked cotton.
And what did she do in the spring?
I don't know. I don't forget.
Cleared weeds away.
Okay. This my mom.
When Rosa was young,
This Amaya.
pay attention now. I want you to listen. When Rosa was young, discrimination against African Americans was common. There were Jim Crow laws that kept black people and white people segregated. They were kept apart on streetcars and trains, at parks and drinking fountains, in churches, hotels, theaters, and restaurants. Even the United States Army was segregated. They had a white fountain for white people. They had a colored fountain for colored people. That's called segregation. Keep a thing separate. That's not right. While Rosa lived in Pine Level, the Ku Klux Klan, these are the people who wear these white sheets, a band of hate-filled whites was active there. They wore white robes and covered their faces with pointed hoods.
Are they mean?
Yeah, they hateful and evil. In southern cities and elsewhere in the United States, members of the Klan marched and helped elect political candidates who shared their hatred of African Americans, Roman Catholic, Jews, and foreigners. They burnt crosses and beat, tortured, and killed many African Americans. Rosa's grandfather, Sylvester Edwards, carried a shotgun to protect his family from Klan. Rosa's mother taught Rosa to read. Then, when Rosa was 6 years old, she started first grade in an old one-room school for African American children. The school was open just 5 months a year. The new brick school building for white children was open 9 months a year. School for black children in Pine Level stopped after 6th grade. So in 1924, Rosa continued her studies in Montgomery, Alabama. She took care of her sick grandmother, and then she cared for her mother who was sick too. Rosa finished high school in 1933. In 1931, Rosa met Raymond Parks, a barber and a man active in the struggle for the rights of African Americans. Rosa was proud that he spoke up for what was right. Rosa and Raymond were married in December 1932 in her mother's home in Pine Level. In the early 1940s, Rosa joined the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, an organization that worked to end the unfair treatment of African Americans and others. Raymond Parks had been a member for many years. Soon after Rosa joined, she was elected secretary of the Montgomery branch of the association. The NAACP